with the Humming Podcast. Thank you so much for tapping in. Thank you for being here. I got something super special for y'all. Just vibe with me. You know how I do. Just bop on the beat, just hang out. Don't even get too built up about nothing. We really working this out. We got a lot of things in motion. We handling business. You feel me? When you handle business, when you take care of what's yours and take care of the people around you, you gonna be straight. You feel me? How many of y'all trust that? How many of y'all trust that? You in the back, do you trust that? You up close, do you trust that? You feel me? We gonna be all right. How Kendrick Lamar said it. We gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gonna be all right. Yes, sir. Hey, but today was a good day. Let me tell y'all real quick. I met a lot of people. I hung out with a lot of people. I did a lot of things. Ate a lot of good food. Smiled a lot. Laughed a lot. And I can't complain. It was a good day. Couple of things is I need some prayer for my family. Some things did happen. One of my uncles did get he got burned by a radiator hose, and so just keep me in your thoughts, man. That's my uncle, and I love him. And just keep me in your thoughts and prayers, cause and pray for my uncle. You feel me? Just do that for me. Um, I I just had like a sweet, powerful, special, impactful, and just marvelous all the way around weekend. So many good things. I was talking to a young lady tonight, and she started crying. Not while I was talking to her, but she cried. And then I walked over and I asked her, "What's wrong?" And she told me everything. And I was like, okay. So I gave her a hug. I said, "You need a hug. Give me a hug." And she got a hug from me. I gave her a hug. Yeah, she was trying to pull away, but I said, "No, you need a hug, hug, not no borrowed hug. You need a real hug, not on borrowed time. You need something real. You don't get to dictate how long it is. You get a hug, the hug my way, and a big bear hug." And sure enough, it was what she needed. And because of it, you know, I understood a little bit about her. I understood a little bit about what the Lord was doing in my life today, and I'm just thankful. My heart is heavy for her, and it goes out to her, cries out to her tonight. So y'all just keep that in y'all's thoughts as well. Power through with me. You feel me? It's a lot to do. It's a lot to dive into and dissect right now. I've been wanting to get on here and podcast for quite a while, but I just haven't been able to because of certain other things that I've been having to do. Like I really been having to handle a lot of things away from the podcast in order to keep the podcast as powerful as it's been. The podcast is so powerful because of the work I'm willing to put in my spare time. Whenever I feel like I have extra time, I'm putting in work even in those. That's my share. Sorry about, yeah. But even in those times, I'm putting in extra work, and that's why the podcast is doing what it's doing. That's why it's thriving. It's going up right now, and because of that, I'm elated right now in my work. I'm happy. I'm I've been happy. You feel me? I've been happy, but I just want y'all to know, like I'm happy to be speaking with y'all because y'all are here with to experience something that I'm actively telling y'all about. From the young men, young women, young old men, old women, young girls. I don't know how to say it, but I don't know. I don't want nobody to feel old or young. I don't. I want people to feel like they feel, but like feel how you feel. You feel me? But not because you're old, not because you're young, but just because of this is this is the podcast where everybody is welcome. Let me tell y'all something real quick. When I was in college, I've told this story before, but when I was in college, when I graduated, they give you the cap and the gown, right? And so I decorated my cap with the saying that says, "We're the fish in the sea." And the reason I did that was because I wanted to make a statement to all my peers, just like they wanted to make statements to all their peers whenever they put something on their hat. So I made a hat, and I put a image of waves and like an ocean theme on my hat. And I said, "We're the fish in the sea." My statement was that because I was writing a book called Humans of the Ocean at the time, and I wanted people to understand that as I'm that was my message. I see this as an ocean. We're about to go out into the world, a world of chaos, pretty much a world of waves. Waves in the ocean are not little pretty waves. They get dangerous. They get scary. They do things to us as people who are land creatures. We cannot survive if we get stuck in the middle of a crazy storm and those waves are crashing. It don't matter the type of boat or what. Those waves will break a boat and you go sinking down. You're gonna die. It's gonna be too cold, or it's gonna be too strong or powerful. It might knock the wind out of you or something. So that's what I'm saying. We're the fish in the sea. We're the fish in the sea of life, the sea of business, the sea of science, the sea of God, the sea of the things around us, positive or negative, the sea of friendship, love, relationships, exciting things, positive things, negative things, terrible things. You feel me? Good things, bad things, all this good stuff, and marvelous things, special times, sweet times. We're the fish in the sea. But look at this. One of my favorite TV shows, Winnie the Pooh, right? Think about this. You got Pooh Bear, you got Piglet, you got Rabbit, you got Eeyore, you got Tigger. Think about those guys weathering the storm in the chaotic life of American society. Whenever we may have good days, we may have bad days, but when it rains, it pours. You feel me? When it rains, it pours. Here in America, if it gets bad, it oftentimes gets really bad. And for a lot of people, it's like it gets depressing. It starts to tear you down and make you feel like everyone's against you. Nobody's thinking about you. I know a lot of people like that. And I don't want us as the humming podcasters, as the I call us hummers, as the hummers. I don't want us to be stuck thinking that we got to do this alone. You guys know this is a text in podcast, so you could text in at any point and say, "What's up? What's up? What's up? What's the deal? What's up going on with the podcast?" I'm gonna actually change my ringtone right now on the business phone, on the podcast actual direct message or direct number, so that see, I don't want that sound no more. I'm tired of it. It just don't make me happy. But I'm gonna change the sound, so y'all bear with me as I switch those sounds over. I'm just tired of it, dude. I want something nice, something fun. You feel me? Let's see. Oh no, I think that's the one. I found it. That's it. Anytime I hear that sound, I'll know that's you guys. Anytime I hear that sound, because this phone is directly for the podcast. So when I hear that, I'm gonna know. Oh my goodness, the podcasters have tapped in today, such and such. So check this. We've talked about so many cool things already. I mean, this is good. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all where I'm at right now with my work. You guys know I'm working on a new book, but you don't know exactly what the book is about, and you won't know until the book actually shows up in your presence and that you have a copy. Right? That's when you'll really know what the book is about. But I was talking to some friends just yesterday, and we talked about how in business or in the United States, it seems like times are changing. Times are changing where those people who once had all the power, all the control, aren't having that same demanding sense of control. Right now, it's like times have changed so much that the voice of, the little man, if you will, is now maximized. Hmm. The voice of the little man is now maximized. How do we see that voice being maximized? The little man. Well, my thing is this. I like to point out topics in business. In business, the little man has a platform. Before, the platform was controlled by a certain group of people, and a certain batch of people got the access to those platforms based on what those, like, head individuals, you feel me, like what they thought. Like the head individuals dictate those things. And so now it's different. You cannot control what goes viral. People have figured out, okay, there's a thing called viral, and we got to do that. It's a thing called viral, and we must do that in order to get the messages across. You feel me? What do you think about that? That's a good idea. That's a good saying right there. There is a thing called viral, and we got to get the message across. People have caught on. The little man is understanding. Not to say that the little man didn't understand before, but this time around, the little man is really accessibly you able to use those things that the big man can use. See, look, today, today was very interesting. Social media told us that Katy Perry came back from space. Okay, Katy Perry, who is that? Wow, we don't know Katy Perry, but Katy Perry is a singer. She makes powerful, like empowering songs and music. And she went to outer space I believe it was like they got on a ship that was going outer space, and then they got out of, like, it did like a departure or a release of their little pod, and next thing you know, they sank back down towards Earth, and it was like a whole big thing. But how the little man comes into this, or the big man, or what, if you will, the little man and the big man. Well, the big man is pretending like little man right now. How? Well, the fast food place, or the food restaurant, Wendy's, commented on X and said, "Can we send her back?" So there was a specific tweet, or zeets, however you will, that said Katy Perry has just come back from space. Wendy, like the corporation, replied to that tweet and said, "Can we send her back?" As in virality. They want to go viral. They're saying little funny little things to be like the little man, to go viral. So they're trying to take the viral away from the little man. They're trying to be like the little man, even though they're not the little man. Before, um, it was those types of accounts weren't acting that way. They were very promotional, promoting this food, that food, this food, that food. Promote as much as you can is what they would say. Promote, promote, promote. Every new thing we got, even our old things, bring them out. Bring the frosties. Do this. Blah blah blah. That's just an example of virality and the viral searches, and like seeking this, like whatever you want to call it, like the viral um, enthrallment, you know, of what's going on. I'm gonna pause this podcast here, just for the sake of time. We'll be back.